Good evening everyone. So this video is about our project in marine environment. So our instructor prepare 3 questions for us to explain and make a video. So first question is, what is marine environment? So speaking of marine, so it includes waters. So in environment, so it refers to our surroundings. So in short, marine environment includes water at sea and estuaries and seabed and its subsoils. All marine wildlife, including marine wildlife and its sea and coastal habitats. So next question is, what are the major sources of marine pollution and its impact hazards to human, animals, and shipping industry? So what are the major sources? So first is intentional discharge. So it's intentionally released into the sea. So like, just for example, just like factories, so their waste from factory to the water or to the sea, so it will affect the food chain. So next is oil spill. So where did it come from? So ships are major contributors to ocean pollution. Why? Because it will spill crude oil and other oil came from the ship. So next is littering. So atmospheric pollution, which refers to the object carried by wind to the ocean, is a big problem. So what kind of item it is? So such as plastic bags and styrofoam's container become suspended in the water and don't decompose. So in other words, dili malata. So ocean mining. So ocean mining causes pollution also, because when we do mining, so we're going to use chemicals. So it can also affect our marine habitats or marine life. So what are the effects of marine pollution in human, animals, and shipping industry? So from human, it is a very big threat to human health. So just because when the many of which are seafood that we are actually eat, so when the toxins in contaminated animals get deposited in human tissue, so it can lead to long-term health condition like cancer or birth defects. So next, it is harmful to marine animals also, because sea animals are common victims of the ocean pollution, such as oil spill, for instance, will injure and suffocate marine animals by permitting their gills. When the oil get into the seabed, so when the oil gets into the seabird feeders, they may not be able to fly or feed their young animals that aren't killed by crude oil may suffer from cancer. If they don't die, but they suffered from cancer or behavioral changes and become unable to reproduce. So let's go to question number 3. So explain Marpol Convention history, when was adopted, entered to force, and its objectives, including all regulation of Marpol Annex 1 to 6. So let's say, what is Marpol? So explain Marpol. So Marpol Marpol is the main international convention covering and preventing of pollution of the marine environment by ships for operational or accidental causes. So history. Let's go to the history of Marpol. So the Marpol Convention was adopted in November 2, 1973 at IMO. So the Protocol of 1978 was adopted also in response to a spate of tanker accidents in 1976 to 1977. So next is when it was entered to force. International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, adoption in 1973, and entry into force in October 2, 1983. So what was the main objective of this convention? So the main objective of what is known Marpol 1973 to 78 agreement in the force at present is to achieve the complete elimination of international marine environment pollution by hydrocarbons and other harmful substances, and to be reduce the accidental discharging of such substances. So let's go to the convention regulation. So it aimed on preventing and minimizing pollution from the ships, both accidental pollution and that from routine operation, and currently includes 6 technical annexes. So the Marpol annexes 1 to 6. So Annex 1, regulation for the prevention of pollution by oil, entered to force in October 2, 1983. Annex 2, regulation for the control of pollution by noxious liquid substances in a bulk. So entered into force 2, October 2, 1983 also. Annex 3, prevention of pollution by harmful substances carried by sea in package form. So entered into force July 1, 1992. Annex 4, prevention of pollution by sewage from ships, entered into force September 27, 2003. Annex 5, prevention of pollution by garbage from ships, entered into force in December 21, 1988. Annex 6, prevention of air pollution from ships, entered into force in May 19, 2005. So I think that's all. So thank you and God bless. I hope you understand. Thank you.